Welcome, Autograph Fisherman here, and I have another profile video for you. Today it is Johnny Miller. The number surprised me with a shocking 243 trading cards out there. Full name John Lawrence Miller. Born April 29, 1947. San Francisco, California, U.S. Height 6 feet 2 inches, 1.88 meters. Weight 205 pounds, 93 kilograms, 14.6 st. Sporting nationality, United States. Residence Monterey Peninsula, California, U.S. Spouse Linda Miller. Children 6. Career. College Brigham Young University. Turned professional 1969. Former Tours PGA Tour. Professional wins 36. Number of wins by tour. PGA Tour 25. European Tour 2. Japan Golf Tour 1. Other 10. Best results in major championships. Wins 2. Masters Tournament T2, 1971, 1975, 1981. PGA Championship T11, 1977. U.S. Open 1, 1973. The Open Championship 1, 1976. Achievements and awards. World Golf Hall of Fame 1998 member page. PGA Tour. Money List winner 1974. PGA Player of the Year 1974. Bob Jones Award 2023. John Lawrence Miller, born April 29, 1947, is an American former professional golfer. He was one of the top players in the world during the mid-1970s. He was the first to shoot 63 in a major championship to win the 1973 U.S. Open, and he ranked second in the world on Mark McCormack's World Golf Rankings in both 1974 and 1975, behind Jack Nicklaus. Miller won 25 PGA Tour events, including 2 majors. He was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1998. He was a lead golf analyst for NBC Sports, a position he held from January 1990 to February 2019. He is also an active golf course architect. Early life and amateur career. Born and raised in San Francisco, California, Miller was invited to join the Olympic Club in 1963 as a junior golf section member and became the top player on its junior team. He won the San Francisco City Junior title in 1963 at age 16, and the following year won the 1964 U.S. Junior Amateur. After graduation from Abraham Lincoln High School in 1965, he enrolled at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. In the spring of his freshman year of college, Miller qualified for the 1966 U.S. Open at the Olympic Club. His intimate knowledge of his home course helped him to finish in a tie for 8th place, the low amateur by 3 strokes, and earned him an invitation to the 1967 Masters. He won the California State Amateur Championship in 1968. Miller was an All-American at BYU and graduated in 1969 with a degree in physical education. Professional career. Miller joined the PGA Tour in 1969 at age 22 and won his first tour event in 1971. During his professional career, Miller won 2 major titles, the 1973 U.S. Open and the 1976 Open Championship. Coming into the 1973 U.S. Open at the challenging par 71 Oakmont, Miller was a 26-year-old with just 2 tour victories in 4 years, but had done well in several majors. He tied for second at the 1971 Masters and had top 10 finishes at the U.S. Open in 1971 and 1972. Miller had yet to win in 1973, but by mid-June, he had recorded 8 top 10 finishes, which included a tie for 6th at the 1973 Masters. Miller played the first 2 rounds at Oakmont Country Club with Arnold Palmer and his Army Gallery, at its largest in Palmer's native western Pennsylvania. Miller was 2 under par, 140, after the second round, but shot a 5 over 76 on Saturday to settle at 3 over, 216, for the championship. Miller played the front 9, without his yardage book on Saturday, until his wife Linda retrieved it. Miller began the 4th and final round in 12th place, 6 shots behind the 4 co-leaders, including Palmer. Teeing off at 1:36 p.m., about an hour ahead of the final group, Miller shot a scorching 8 under 63, considered one of the most remarkable rounds in major championship history. He passed the leading players of the day, including Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Lee Trevino, and Palmer, who was in the final pairing with John Schley. Miller's 63 was the lowest round in the history of a major championship. It was tied several times, but remained a record until Brandon Grace shot a 62 at the 2017 Open Championship. Miller birdied the first 4 holes and hit all 18 greens in regulation. He got 5 more birdies with only 1 bogey, a 3-putt on the 244-yard par 3 number 8, and needed only 29 putts during the round. 10 of his approach shots finished within 10 feet of the cup. In 2007, Miller said, "It was the greatest ball striking round I've ever seen, and I've been around a little bit." Miller wound up at 5 under, 279, for the championship, beating the runner-up Schley by a single stroke, who shot a 1 under 70. Only 6 players, Miller included, shot under par in the final round. Miller earned $35,000 for the victory. Miller followed that triumph at Oakmont by finishing in a tie for second at the next major, the Open Championship at Royal Troon a month later, 3 strokes behind winner Tom Weiskopf. This was the first of 5 consecutive top 10 finishes for Miller at the Open. In 1974, Miller was the leading money winner on the PGA Tour with 8 victories, which considerably outpaced the rest of the field. He amassed a then-record $353,201, not exceeded until 1978, and unseated Nicklaus as the tour's leading money winner for a season. Miller began 1975 with 3 more victories, winning 2 of them in remarkable fashion. He won the Phoenix Open by 14 strokes, which included a second-round 61 for a 24 under par cumulative score of 260, the lowest on the tour in 20 years. He also won the Tucson Open by 9 strokes, with a final round 61. Miller later said of his peak period in the mid-1970s, "When I won at Tucson by 9 shots in 1975, I would say the average iron shot I hit that week was no more than 2 feet offline. It was unbelievable. When I was at my peak, I would go into streaks where I felt that I could knock down the pin from anywhere with my irons. I played some golf that I think is unequaled." Miller finished second to Jack Nicklaus at the 1975 Masters and third at 1975 Open Championship later in the year at Carnoustie. He won his second major at the 1976 Open Championship, a 6-stroke victory over Nicklaus and a 19-year-old Seve Ballesteros at Royal Birkdale. The course had played hard and fast after scorching hot conditions in England that summer during the 1976 United Kingdom heat wave, which saw record hot temperatures and several minor fires breaking out in the tournament. Miller's final round of 66 at Royal Birkdale tied the course record. Following his 1976 Open Championship win, Miller, never known as an outstanding putter, lost a form that made him a frequent winner in his early career and failed to win for the next 3 years, due to a putting affliction widely known as the yips. Miller later said that he considered quitting professional golf during his slump in form between 1977 and 1979. But a passage in the scriptures, "It's not what you accomplish in life, but what you overcome," helped inspire him to continue playing golf. Miller also said that Jack Nicklaus, whom he viewed as a father figure, was amazingly supportive of him during his bleak period in the late 1970s. In 1980, Miller notched his first win in almost 4 years, the Jackie Gleason Inverary Classic. In 1981, Miller enjoyed one final spectacular season, his victory at the $1 Million Challenge in Sun City, South Africa, following a 9-hole sudden death playoff, which Seve Ballesteros made him that year's leading worldwide money winner after 2 earlier wins in the United States. Miller's return to impressive form in 1981 resulted in him competing in his second Ryder Cup. Until 2021, the 1981 Ryder Cup at Walton Heath Golf Club in England was the heaviest defeat that a European team had suffered at the hands of the United States, and it is considered by many to be the finest American team ever assembled. Miller's final PGA Tour victory came in semi-retirement at the 1994 AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am at age 46. He finished his career with 25 PGA Tour wins and 105 top 10 finishes. Miller finished runner-up 3 times at the Masters in 1971, 1975, and 1981. He played on 2 Ryder Cup teams, 1975 and 1981. He was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1998. Fred Couples referred to Miller as probably the best ball striker ever. Jack Nicklaus described Miller as the best short iron player ever. Broadcasting career. In 1990, Miller began work as a broadcaster for NBC Sports. Although Miller became eligible for the Senior PGA Tour in 1997, he decided to forego regular play on the Senior Tour in part due to the strain the sport puts on the knees of a player. He remained as lead analyst for NBC Sports' limited golf schedule and has pursued other business ventures. Miller typically was paired with broadcaster Dan Hicks and called numerous events, including the U.S. Open, U.S. Amateur, and Ryder Cup. As a commentator, Miller became known for his straightforward and sometimes blunt remarks, which sometimes earned him the enmity of players. One example came on June 16, 2008, when he referred to Rocco Mediate during the broadcast of the U.S. Open's 18-hole playoff as looking like the guy who cleans Tiger Woods' pool. Miller said that guys with the name of Rocco don't get on the trophy, do they? Mediate, who has battled many physical problems throughout his career, nevertheless played superbly and took the heavily favored Woods to an 18-hole playoff and one extra sudden death hole. Before losing, Mediate later laughed off the remarks, and Miller later apologized for his comments, saying, "I chose my words poorly and in the future will be more careful." He added that his intention was to convey my affection and admiration for Rocco's everyman qualities and had absolutely nothing to do with his heritage. In 2012, Miller revealed that Tiger Woods once asked him to be his coach. Miller said that he declined the offer from Woods because of his commitment to NBC Sports and a desire to spend time with his children and grandchildren. Miller has written a column for Golf Digest magazine for several years, offering insight into various aspects of golf, often featuring the professional game. He also wrote the book I Call the Shots, a look at the PGA Tour's personalities during his peak years, the Tour's current stars, as well as broadcasting insights. Known for his very weak grip with both verses, formed by the forefinger and thumb of each hand pointing to his chin, he sought to eliminate the left side of the golf course as an area for missed shots. An offshoot to his broadcasting career has been a string of movie and TV appearances as himself in the role of beloved golf great. In one movie, The Associate, with Whoopi Goldberg, an aging billionaire is willing to transfer management of all his assets in exchange for the opportunity to play a round of golf with Johnny Miller. Miller is a partner in a limited partnership which purchased Silverado Country Club in Napa, California on July 1, 2010. He also owns a golf design company and a golf academy and designed the Thanksgiving Point Golf Course in Lehi, Utah, host of the Champions Challenge. Although Miller has helped design 34 golf courses, Silverado was the first course he redesigned himself. In July 2013, it was announced that Silverado would again play host for a PGA tournament starting in October 2014, when it hosted the Fries.com Open. The renovation added over 300 yards, removed trees, and repositioned bunkers. Miller served as the unofficial face of the resort during the event, as he was a part of the telecast, which frequently referenced his role in the club. When he had to fulfill official club duties during the week, Miller's friend and NBC colleague Roger Maltby filled in for him. Miller retired from broadcasting following the third round of the 2019 Phoenix Open. Personal life. Miller is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He and his wife Linda have 6 children and live on the Monterey Peninsula in California and Mount Olympus, Utah. During the 2018 Ryder Cup broadcast, he announced that his 25th grandchild was born. His son Andy won ABUY.com tour event and played on the PGA Tour. Awards and honors. Miller was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1998. Miller received the Bob Jones Award from the USGA in 2023. Most consecutive cuts made: 14 1972 U.S. Open, 1975 Open Championship. Longest streak of top tens: 3 1973 Masters, 1973 Open Championship. U.S. National Team appearances: Professional, Ryder Cup, 1975 winners, 1981 winners. World Cup, 1973 winners, individual winner, 1975 winners, individual winner, 1980. Wendy's 3 Tour Challenge, representing Senior PGA Tour, 1997. Well, that was another profile video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any thoughts about Johnny Miller, let me know them in the comments. I would like to read them. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. As always, until next time, keep on collect on. Bye.